Okay, students, so today we are about to discuss the Kaleniya Education Zone second term paper. The second term paper. So let's go to the first question. They are asking, write the next two terms of the number pattern 26, 26, 24, 24, and 22. So first of all, now this is a number pattern question. First, what you are going to do, find the common difference. To find the common difference, what you are going to do, subtract the second term by the first term. Second term by the first term. When you are subtracting the second term by the first term, you subtract 24 by 26. When you subtract it, you'll get the answer as -2. Make sure it's -2. And then what they're asking to write down the next two number patterns. So 26, 24, 22, and then the next number pattern is 20. After 20, you are going to subtract another 2, which is 18. So the answer is 20 and 18. Let's go to the second question. They're asking in the angle 45 degree, write the supplement. To find the supplement, students, what is supplementary angles? Supplementary angles means it's sum up to 180 degrees. So you know the angle is 45 degrees and you need to find the supplement. We don't know. I put it as x. X is equal to 180 degree. So what you're going to do, subject x, bring 45 here, x equal 180 minus 45. If you subtract 180 by 45, students, you'll get the answer x equal 135 degrees. Roman number 2, find the complement. Now in a complement, students, it sum up to 90 degrees. So it's 45 plus x is equal to 90. So subtract 45. So if you subtract 90 minus 45, you'll get the answer x equal 45 degrees. Okay. So let's go to the question number 3. There's -8 minus 2. Now you can see clearly, students, here there's minus and minus. If there's minus and minus, what happens? Minus becomes plus. The minus and minus becomes plus. If this becomes plus, it's -8 plus 2. -8 plus 2. The signs are different. When the signs are different, you are subtracting. -8 plus 2, the answer is -6. Now a student might ask, how sir this becomes minus? Because now you can see here the negative number is greater than the positive number. That's the reason the final result is minus. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number 4. If AB is a straight line, find the value of A. If AB is a straight line, find the value of A. So this is the angle they have given. This is A, this is B. This is simple A, this is simple A, this is simple A. Now in a straight line, we have learned in the angles lesson, the sum of the angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. So the answer is A plus A is equal to 180. The reason is angle in a straight line. This is a notation, students. Straight line. So since A plus A is equal to 3A, 3A is equal to 180. What you are going to do? Divide by 3. Since you divide by 3, the answer you'll get is 60 degrees. Okay. Let's go to the next question also. Question number 5. Find the number of edges in the following figure. They have given a figure here. So the figure is something like this, which have been given in the paper. Something like this. There, you can see the question in the paper. So they are asking, find the number of edges. What are edges, students? Edges are the number of lines. So let's add one by one. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is 8, this is 9, and this is 10. So altogether there are 10 edges. How much? 10 edges. Okay. Without finding by counting, you can use the Euler's equation and find. I'll just tell you the equation of the Euler's equation, which is V plus F is equal to E plus 2. What is V? Vertices. F faces. E is edges. Let's go to the sixth question. Find the HCF of the numbers 36, 24, and 60. So when you're finding the highest common factor of this, first what you are going to do, divide by 2. Why are we dividing by 2? Because all the three numbers are divisible by 2. So when you are dividing 36 by 2, you'll get the answer 18. 24 divided by 2, the answer is 12. 60 divided by 2, the answer is 30. Again you divide by 2. If you divide by 2, you'll get the answer 9. Again you divide by 2, 6. 30 divided by 2, 15. Now in this case you can't divide by 2 because 9 is odd number. So there's another number which is divisible by all the three numbers, which is 3. 9 divided by 3, the answer is 3. 6 divided by 3, the answer is 2. 15 divided by 3, the answer is 5. So after that you don't have any other number which is divisible by all the three numbers at once. So the highest common factor is equal to 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12. So this is the answer. Okay. Question number 7. In a certain house, 2 kilograms, 75 grams of rice required per day. Find the mass of rice they required for week. Now see, for 1 day students, for 1 day, they require 2 kilograms and 75 grams of rice. Okay, and they're asking find the mass of rice they required for the week. Now 1 week has how many days, students? 1 week has 7 days. If we need 2 kilogram and 75 grams of rice per day, if you multiply by 7, you'll get the number of rice that you need in kilograms and grams. Let's multiply 2 and 75. This is in kilograms and this is in grams. So number of days is 7. You multiply by 7. 7 times 5, you'll get the answer 35. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 plus 3, 52. So you keep the number as it is. Why? Because 1000 has not been exceeded. If 1000 has been exceeded only, you are bringing it to the kilogram side. So let's keep this as it is. And what is 7 times 2? The answer is 14. So the final answer is 14 kilograms and 525 grams. Let's move to the next set of questions. Question number 8. Find the value of minus 5 to the power 3. Minus 5 to the power 3. Minus 5 to the power 3, let's expand this. Minus 5 multiplied by minus 5 multiplied by minus 5. So minus 5 into minus 5, you'll get the answer plus 25. Why? Minus and minus becomes plus in multiplication. 25 multiplied by minus 5. 25 multiplied by minus 5, you'll get the answer 125. But the sign of this is negative. Why? This is a plus and this is a minus. Plus and minus becomes minus 125. Let's go to the next question. Question number 9. In a regular hexagon, how many symmetrical axes? And Roman number 2, they are asking find the order of rotational symmetry. Okay, so they are asking in a hexagon. What is hexagon? Hexagon is a figure which contains six lines. Okay, so in a regular hexagon, all the sides and all the angles are equal. Now since all the sides and all the angles are equal in a regular hexagon, so there are 6 sides, we can tell the symmetrical axis is how much? Is 6. Why? The reason is, you can clearly see, students, I'll draw the symmetrical axis for you guys. So you can see here, this is the hexagon. So what you are going to do, you can draw here, there's one symmetric axis and there's another one here, 2, another one here, 3, okay, another one here, you can go like this, 4, Okay, another one here 5, and then here 6. So there are 6 axes of symmetries. Now they are asking the order of symmetry. Let's find the order of symmetry. How to find the order of symmetry? So I'll draw small figures of the hexagon. Okay. Okay. Now think, there's a point like this, students. Okay. Now we are going to shift this one way around. Then this dot comes to here, and again I'm going to shift it. Okay. Then when I'm again shifting this, again this point comes to here. In order of symmetry, what should happen is this point should come again to the same position after rotating. Okay, so again this position comes to here, and again let's go down, this position comes to here when rotating like this. Okay, and again when you are rotating, this comes to here. Okay, and again you rotate it, this comes to the same position. Now see, let's count the orders. This is 1, this is 2. From here to here 1, here to here 2, here to here 3, here to here 4, here to here 5, here to here 6. So the order of symmetry is 6. Order of symmetry is equal to 6. Let's go to the next question. Question number 10. Question number 10. If 1/4 of a bread given to one child, 1/4 of bread, 1/4 of bread, okay, 1/4 of bread given to one child, it is given to one child. Okay, how many children can 7 loaves of bread are given? 7 loaves, 7 loaves of bread. This is what is the question they are asking. Now 1/4 of bread is given to one child. They are asking 7 loaves of bread, 7 loaves of bread. Okay, for how many children that we can give 7 loaves of bread? That is the question that they are expecting. Now students, what you can do here is, this is 1/4 of bread, no, and this is for one child, right? And this is 7 loaves of bread, and they are asking how much of 7 loaves of bread is enough for how many students. So what you can do is, what you can do here is, this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. You don't know, this is a question mark. I told you, if you don't know something, you should put x. If you don't know something, you have to put x. So what you're supposed to do, divide the first equation by the second equation. When you are dividing the first equation by the second equation, you divide 1/4 divide by 7. 1/4 divide by 7 is equal to, see, one child is there, 1, and you divide it by x, you don't know. Okay, so this is a division sign. I told you, when a division is there, you are reciprocaling it. You are reciprocaling the right hand side number. So when you are reciprocaling, the answer is 1/4 multiplied by 1/7, which is equal to 1/x. Okay, so let's multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 7, which is 28, is equal to 1/x. So it's an equal sign. If there's an equal sign, I told you students, we have to use the butterfly method or else cross multiply. Butterfly or else cross multiply method. So in the butterfly method, what is happening? You multiply this number by this and this by this. So x times 1 is x. 1 times 28, the answer is 28 children. So 7 loaves of bread is enough for 28 children. Okay. (64) multiplied by 17 is equal to 1088. 1088. Then find the value of 0.64 multiplied by 1.7. This is a very easy question if you can think properly. So 64 multiplied by 17, they have clearly given the answer of that, 1088. Okay, but they are asking the answer of 0.64 multiplied by 1.7. Now you can see the decimal place which was here. is brought 2 times to the left side. How many times? This is 1 and this one is 2. 2 times, no? And here the decimal place which was here had come to here. So altogether how many times has the decimal place jumped? 1, 2 and 3. Altogether 3. So in the final answer what you are going to do? The decimal place is here. So what you are going to do? Jump 3 times. 1, 2 and 3. The answer is 1.088. 1.088. The decimal place should be here. Okay, let's go to the question number 12. Question number 12. Question number 12. A over 3 plus 1 is equal to 3. So what happens? Plus 1 comes to this side. When plus 1 comes to this side, the answer is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1, the answer is 2. So next what you are going to do, when there's equal sign, I have told you several times, you use the butterfly method or else the cross multiplication. So cross multiply. A times 1, A, 3 times 2, 6, the answer is 6. Let's go to question number 13. Question number 13. This is a percentage related question. A trader brought some eggs and 8% of them were broken. If the number of remaining eggs were 276, then find the total number of eggs that he brought. Okay, there's a trader, right? He has brought some eggs. I don't know. We don't know how much eggs are there. Okay, so if we don't know anything, I told you we put X. And they have given a percentage. They have given a certain percentage. If the number of remaining eggs were so after the broken eggs, the remaining eggs are 276. The remaining eggs are 276. Okay, now they are asking find the total number of eggs. Okay, now how to do this question? How to do this question? Okay, now students, this is the number of eggs which was there in the present situation, and this is the number of eggs which was there after he removed the broken eggs. Okay, let's first find the broken eggs quantity. Let's find the broken eggs quantity. Broken eggs. To find that we need eggs multiplied by the percentage, which is 8%, which is the 8%. I told you if you don't know something, what you are going to do? Put X. Broken eggs equal to eggs, I don't know, which is X into 8%. X into 8%. Okay. So now students, what we are supposed to do here is, now X, which is the total X, right? X is directly 100% percentage. Why? Now see, 8% have been damaged, no? So if 8% have been damaged, what you are supposed to do, we know that the total percentage is 100%. If 8% has been damaged, 100% is what? The total eggs. And students, the remaining eggs, which is 276, that percentage is what? You should subtract 100 minus 8, no? 100 minus 8. Did you understand this? See, 100% was the total eggs. He went to the shop, he bought some eggs, that is 100%. From that, 8% of eggs has been damaged. If 8% of the 100% eggs has been damaged, you subtract 100 minus 8, then only you will get what? You will get the percentage of not damaged eggs. So 276 is equal to 100 minus 8, which is 92%. 92%. Okay. So now see, we know the percentage. This is not equal sign. This is 276 is equal to 92 percentage. This is a percentage. This is represented in percentage form. Now they are asking the total eggs. No, okay. You need to find the total eggs. So how to get that is 276 is equal to 92% multiplied by the total eggs. The total eggs, then only you will get the 276. So here I'll bring this question to the top. Okay, 92% means what? When you are representing a percentage in a fraction form, the answer is 92 divided by 100 multiplied by x. If I told you when x is, you don't know the quantity of x, you put x. Okay. Now what we are supposed to do, let's multiply. 276 is equal to 92x over 100. So there's equal sign. If there's equal sign, cross multiply. Okay. So 92x equal to 276 multiplied by 100. So you divide by 92. Okay, 92 cancel. 276 you divide by 92. When you are dividing, students, 92 times 1 is 92. 92 times 3 is 276. You can do the calculation and you can get the answer. So the number of total eggs which was presently had was 100 eggs. From 100 egg students, 276 have been the good eggs, and there is a 8% of eggs which was broken. Okay, so they are asking the total eggs, so this is the answer. Let's go to the question number 14. Let's go to the question number 14. The 14th question is a question related to angles. Okay. So this is C, this is B, this is A, and this is D, according to your question paper. And they have given you this sign. This is called as what? 90 degree. And this is 60 degree. And this is Y. And this is X. Okay, this is X. So how to get the answer? Now, the method is, you can clearly see in this is a straight line, right? This is a straight line, and this is also a straight line. So what is this? Vertically opposite angle. 60 plus y is equal to 90 degree. What is the reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay, opposite angles. So this 60 is brought to here. Y equal 90 minus 60. 90 minus 60, the answer is y equal 30 degree. Now students, you know y. So I am going to remove y and I am going to put 30 degree here. Now see, what is this? What is this angle? What is this big angle? This is angle in a straight line. So what you are supposed to do? 60 plus 30 is 90. So x is equal to how much? 90. Why? What is the reason? Angle in a straight line. Let's find the answer here. X plus 60 plus 30 is equal to 180. What is the reason? Angle in a straight line. Okay. So 60 plus 30, the answer is 90. 90 is equal to 180. You bring this 90 here. X equal 180 minus 90. The final answer is 90 degree. Okay. Question number 16. There's a time related question. Question number 16. Sri Lanka belongs to five and a half time zone, and Australia belongs to plus 10. This is Sri Lanka, and Australia belongs to plus 10 time zone. Find the time of Sri Lanka when time of Australia is 3:30. 15:30 means what? 3:30 p.m. No, this is the 24-hour clock time and this is the 12-hour clock time. Okay, this is 15:30 and this is 3:30. Okay, p.m. And they are telling that the Sri Lanka time zone is 5 plus 5 and a half, and this one is what? Plus 10 in Australia. How to find the answer here? Okay, now think students, there's a Greenwich time. Which is starting at 0. Okay, Greenwich. We call this as Greenwich time in time lesson. Okay. Now, from Greenwich time, the gap to the Sri Lanka's time is 5 and a half. And then from the Greenwich time to the Australian time, okay, there's a gap of 10. Okay, this is what? This is Sri Lanka and that is Australia. Okay, that is Australia. Now we need to find the time of Australia. No, they're asking to find the time of Sri Lanka. The Australian time is given as 3:30 p.m. or else 15:30. Okay. First of all, what we are supposed to do is find the gap between Australia and Sri Lanka. Gap. What you are gonna do? Find the gap. Okay. What you are supposed to do? Subtract 10 by 5 half. Okay, let's subtract. Finding the time gap. Finding the time gap. Finding the time gap. Okay. So from 10 you should subtract 5 and a half. 5 1 over 2. 5 times 2 10, 10 plus 1 11. 10 minus 11 over 2. So since the denominator here is 1, you multiply by 2 top and the bottom. If you multiply by 2, it's 20 minus 11 over 2. From 20, if you subtract 11 students, you'll get the answer 9 over 2. 9 over 2. Okay. Now, this is 9 over 2. So when you are converting this into a mixed number, you'll get the answer 2, 4 and 1. 4 and a half. So the gap between here and here is 4 and a half. Okay. 4 and a half. What is 4 and a half? What is the meaning? So the gap here is 4 and a half means when the Australian time is 3:30 students, Sri Lanka's time is 4 and a half behind. 4 and a half behind. Okay. So what you are going to do, subtract 4 hours and 30 minutes from 15:30. Let's subtract it. Time of Sri Lanka. Time of Sri Lanka. We found at the gap, right? Time of Sri Lanka equal Australia time minus time gap. What? Time gap. Okay. Let's subtract. The Australian time is 15:30. 15:30. From that you subtract 4 and a half. 4 and a half means what? 4 and half an hours. So 4 and 30 minutes. What is the thing you should do? Subtraction. 0 minus 0, 0. 3 minus 3, 0. 5 minus 4, the answer is 11. So what is the answer? When the Australian time was 3:30 p.m., Sri Lanka's time is 11 a.m. So that is the answer of the time lesson question. Okay. I gave you a deep knowledge about this so that you can understand the theory as well as to do the question. Okay. Question number 17. Write the reciprocal of 5 over 8. So students, it's very easy. 5 over 8, the reciprocal is 8 over 5. Question number 18. Find the total surface area of a cube which the side length is 3 centimeter. Okay, so they have given the area question. This is a cube. So in a cube, students, there are 6 squares. There are 6 squares. So when finding the area of a cube, when you are finding the area of a cube, this is a 3D figure. It's not like a square. Okay, finding the area of a cube is equal to 6 times the area of a square. 6 times the area of a square. What is the reason? Because there are 6 squares inside this cube. From 6 faces of squares only a cube is formed. So we know the area of square. How to find it? Because they have given that one side is 3 centimeters. In a square, students, length, breadth, everything is equal. So this is the equation to finding the area of cube. Finding the area of cube. So 6 times area of square, 3 times 3. 3 times 3. Okay. It's equal to the answer. 3 times 3, 9. 6 times 9. What is 6 times 9, students? 54. But make sure this is the area, no? And they have given that in centimeter. The answer is centimeter square. Okay, let's go to question number 19. Question number 19. Write 36% as a fraction and simplify. 36%. 36%. Now I have given you a note. This is a grade 7 related theory. You can refer the grade 7 if you want. When converting a percentage to a fraction, students, 36 can be written as 100. Why? This is a percentage sign. Out of 100 only a percentage is built. And they are asking you to simplify also. No? You have converted into a fraction, okay, no problem, you'll get 1 mark, okay, 1 mark. But they're asking us to simplify. When you're simplifying only, you'll get the second mark. Okay, 36 divided by 100. Now you can see, students, 36 and 100 can be divided by 4. So 4 times 9 is 36 and 4 times 25 is 100. So the final answer is 9 over 25. When you do this only, you'll get the 2 mark. If you do up to here, it's 1 mark. If you do up to here, it's 2 marks. Okay. Let's go to the question number 20. Write an example for a null set. Example for a null set. What is null set, students? Null set. Null set. Okay. Null set. Okay. Null set is an element which doesn't happen. An element which doesn't happen or does not exist. Happen or does not exist. For an example, think a girl with 6 legs. Is it existing? No, it's a null set. So I can represent a set A equal. Make sure when you are representing a set, you should use curly brackets. A girl with 6 legs. It's impossible. It cannot happen. It does not exist. So this is a null set. Okay. Okay, now we are about to start the part 2 side of the question. So answer first questions and another 4 questions they are asking. They are asking you to answer first question and another 4 questions. Okay, first question carries 16 marks and other questions carries 11 marks. So you can understand, students, for the first question they have given 16 marks. So you should definitely compulsorily do the first question. Okay, and in the third point they are telling write the answers in another paper for part 2 and attach it to the paper 1. Since you have given 2 papers, students, the paper 1 which you are writing the answers, which are short questions, 20 questions, you should do that in the paper, and for the answers of the part 2 question paper you should write it in a separate paper and you are gonna attach it. Okay. Okay, now let's start for the first question. Okay, students, so we are about to discuss the part 2 of the paper. So let's read the question. Recall on the memory on the assessment that you have done in the classroom in order to percentage, fractions and ratio and answer the following questions. Okay, so Nishadi started a business on production of plants by investing rupees 24,000. At the end of the 8th month of the year, Samadhi joined with her by investing 48,000. What is the time that Nishadi invested her money? Before doing this question, students, you have to put the information which was in the question into a certain table. The table is Nishadi, and there are Samadhi, right? There are 2 people who had invested in the business. So Nishadi and Samadhi is there. With that, they have given the amount invested. Nishadi has invested 24,000 rupees. 24,000 rupees. And next one, Samadhi had invested 48,000 rupees. Okay. So next one, what you are going to do is you need to find how long has been Nishadi and Samadhi in the business, which is the time period. Okay, so Nishadi, who had started the business, she had been in the business from the very beginning, which is for 12 months. But Samadhi has joined the business after 8 months. After 8 months in the sense, students, if you subtract 12 minus 8, she has been in the business only for 4 months. And then next, what you are going to do, you should find the ratio of the amount invested into time. So what you are supposed to do, 24,000 you should multiply by 12. Okay, the answer of that should be put here, and 48,000 multiplied by 4, the answer should be put here. So let's multiply and put the answer here. First 24 multiplied by 12, let's multiply and see. 4 times 2 8, 2 times 2 4, 4 times 1 4, 2 times 1 2. So 8, 4 plus 4 8, 2. So the answer is 288, and there are 3 zeros. So you should put the 3 zeros. That is done. And next one, let's multiply 48 by 4. 48 by 4, these are rough works. 8 times 4, 32. 4 times 4, 16. 16 plus 3, 19. So you'll get the answer here 192, and there are 3 zeros here. So this is the invested multiplied by time answer. Okay. Now let's go to the questions that they are asking. Roman number 1, what is the time that Nishad invested her money? So the answer is already in this table, which is 12 months. Which is 12 months. Roman number 2, they are asking what is the time that Samadhi invested her money? It is 4 months. That is done. Roman number 3, at the end of the year, the total profit will be divided among Nishadi and Samadhi. Find the ratio of the profit will divide. So students, the ratio of the profit that the both of the business investors will get is depending on the invested multiplied by time ratio. So what you're going to do, find the ratio of 288,000 is to 192,000. Okay, now you can see students, 3 zeros cancel, so you remain with 288 and 192. So next what you are going to do, you can divide both the numbers by 4. Both the numbers by 4. So if you divide this, students, you'll get the answer 72 here, 72 here, and here you'll get the answer 48. So 72 and 48 can also be divided by a number. You can divide this by 8. If you divide 72 by 8, students, you'll get the answer 9. If you divide 48 by 8, you'll get the answer 6. Again, this can be divided. You divide by 3. When you divide and get the simplest form only, you'll get the answer easily. Or else if you simplify by using a big number, the answer you will get will be bigger. It will take more time to get the final answer. So make sure when you are finding the ratio, make sure it becomes the minimum. The minimum. What is 280,000? 280,000 is Nishadi, right? Make sure Nishadi. I'll put at N. And what is this? Samadhi. Nishadi and Samadhi. So this is Nishadi's percentage of profit sharing, and this is Samadhi's time of profit sharing. Now for an example, now one student might ask, so Samadhi had invested more amount of money, but she gets only 2. But Nishad, who had invested 24,000, is getting only 3. Okay, she might get, the Samadhi should get a bigger amount, no, because she had invested a lot of money, no. Now I told you once again, invested multiplied by time is the ratio that we are calculating. Even though Samadhi had invested a bigger amount, she was in the business just for 4 months. But Nishadi, who had invested a lower amount, has been in the business for 12 months. Okay, so she should get a big profit sharing. She should get a big profit sharing. Okay, let's go to the next question. Roman number 4. Roman number 4, I'll write it here. Roman number 4. At the end of the year, the profit was rupees. The profit was rupees 30,000. 30,000. Find the amount of profit received by each separately. Okay, let's find how much Nishadi receives. Nishadi receives. Nishadi receives. So the ratio of Nishadi is 3. The Nishadi's ratio is 3. Out of the denominator, you add the both. 3 plus 2, 5. Multiply by 30,000. Okay, now what you are going to do, you can divide 30 and 5. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18, and there are 3 zeros. 18,000 is the answer. Nishadi receives 18,000. Next one, Samadhi receives. You need to find the Samadhi receives. Samadhi receives. Samadhi receives can be found at student from 30,000. If you subtract 18,000, you can simply get the answer. So the final answer is 12,000 rupees. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Question number B. No, they are asking another question in question number 5. Express as a fraction that the profit received by Nishadi from the money invested. Okay. They are asking to express as a fraction that profit received by Nishadi. Profit received by Nishadi. Received by Nishadi, Nishadi, profit received by Nishadi from the money invested. Money invested. So see students, what is the profit Nishadi had received? 18,000. Say 18,000. Out of 18,000, she's asked in the question they are asking the fraction. So the money invested by Nishadi is 24,000. 24,000. So three zeros cancel. Okay, 18 and 24 can be simplified by 3. If you divide 18 by 3, you'll get the answer 6. If you divide 24 by 3, you'll get the answer 8. Okay. Next, what you are going to do, you can simplify this by 2 also. If you divide by 2, 3. If you divide by 2, 4. The answer is 3 over 4. Okay, that is done. Question number 6. Question number 6. Express the profit of Nishadi as a percentage. Express the profit of Nishadi as a percentage. So this is a fraction, students. As a percentage, when you are converting a fraction into percentage, it's a simple thing. You multiply by 100. So 3 over 4 multiplied by 100. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 25 is 100. 25 times 3, the answer is 75%. So you get 75% of the total income. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Question number B. A certain sweet is made by mixing flour, flour and sugar, flour and sugar, flour and sugar in the ratio 4:1. 4:1. Okay. While sugar and butter in the ratio 3:2. Sugar and butter, sugar and butter. Or else sugar is already written here. No, I'll not write sugar in the down. Okay, I'll write butter here. Okay, butter here. Okay, sugar is to butter ratio is 3:2. 3:2. Find the ratio of the flour, sugar and butter. Okay, how to do this? Okay, now how to do this is, students, what you are going to do, there's a ratio on the top and there's a ratio in the bottom, but there is a common ingredient in both of the ratios, which is sugar. Okay, so what you are going to do is here, look carefully, what you are going to do here is, there's one, no students. Okay, this one is there. Okay, you are going to make 1 as 3. What is the reason? Because here the sugar has the 3 ratio. If you make this as 3, you can add all these ratios as 1. So what you are going to do, multiply this ratio, the top ratio, by 3. When you are multiplying this by 3, students, 3 times 4, the answer is 12. 3 times 1, the answer is 3. Okay, and then 3:2 is there, the below part. So the total final ratio is 12:3:2. This is the final ratio. Very simple. Again, I am telling, flour to sugar ratio they have given as 4:1, and sugar to butter ratio they have given as 3:2. Now what you are going to do? You are going to equal this. They are asking in the question, find the ratio of flour, sugar and butter. For that, what you are going to do is make this sugar ratio equal to 3. To equal it to 3, you should definitely multiply it by 3. 4 times 3, 12. 1 times 3, 3. And then 3:2, there is the below ratio. So what you are going to do? 12. And there's a common 3. You bring it 3 and then there's 2. So since you equal the ratio of the sugar, you can get the cumulative ratio as 12:3:2. That. Question number 2. Roman number 1. Solve. 5y plus 2 is equal to 50. So 5 multiplied by y, 5y. 5 multiplied by 2, 10 is equal to 60. Bring this 10 here. 5y is equal to 60 minus 10. 60 minus 10, the answer is 50. So since this is a multiplication, you divide by 5, the answer of y is equal to 10. Roman number 2, Roman number 2, this is a decimal related question. 54.24 divide by 0.4. 0.4. Okay. So what we can do here, students, you can make this, okay, you can make this a multiple of 10, a multiple of 10. Okay. So what you are supposed to do, what you can do here is, you can multiply the top and the bottom by 10. You can multiply the top and bottom by 10. So what is the answer you are getting? You are making this 0.4 as a whole number. Okay. You are making this as a whole number, so that it's very easy for us to simplify. So 54.24 you multiply by 10, the decimal place jumps to here. So the answer here is 2.24. So since the decimal place was here, it jumped here. So the answer is 542.4. Divide by 0.4 is the answer, students. This point is jumping to this side. So the answer is 4. So 542.4, let's divide by 4. This is a long division. The rough work, divide by 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. You bring this 4 down. 4 times 3 is 12. 14 minus 12, the answer is 2. And you bring this 2 down. 4 times 5, the answer is 20. 22 minus 20 is 2. And you bring this 4 down here. Since there's a decimal here, you put the decimal to the top. 4 times 6 is 24. The answer is 135.6. Okay. Roman number 3. Roman number 3. Simplify 4x, x minus 5 minus 2x, x plus 8. Okay. So this is the question that they have given. So what you are supposed to do, multiply this by this by this. 4x multiplied by x, it's 4x square. 4x multiplied by minus 5, it's minus 20x. Minus 2x multiplied by x, it's minus 2x square. Minus 2x multiplied by plus 8, the answer is minus 16x. Now you need to find the like terms. Here 4x squared and minus 2x squared are like terms, so subtract 2x squared. Here minus 20x and minus 16x, these are like terms and the sign is also same. So when the signs are same, what you are going to do? You are going to add 20 plus 16, the answer is 36x. This is the answer that they have given. Question number 4. Question number 4. If x is equal to 2, if x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, and z is equal to minus 2. Find the value of 2x minus 3y plus 5z. This is a matter of substituting the values of x, y, z. Very easy question. 2 times, instead of x you are going to put 2, minus 3 is there, instead of y you are going to put 1, and plus 5 is there. 5 multiplied by z is equal to minus 2, which is minus 2. So 2 times 2 it's 4, minus 3 times 1 it's minus 3, 5 times minus 2, plus and minus becomes minus, the answer is minus 10. So here minus 3 and minus 10 is there, they are like terms. So what you are going to do, add them. 4 minus 3 minus 10, it's minus 30. From 4, if you subtract minus 13, they have opposite symbols. So what you are going to do, this is plus and minus, you are going to subtract. 4 minus 13, you'll get the answer minus 9, negative, because the negative number has the greatest number. Question number 5. Question number 5. Write 576 as a product of prime factors. Okay, they are asking to write it as a product of prime factors. So when they are asking to write it as a product of prime factors, you should definitely find the LCM. Let's find the LCM now. Divide by 2. 5 divided by 2, the answer is 2. 17 comes, so 8. 288. Do the long division of 576, you'll get the answer 288 as the answer. Okay, so next what you are going to do, again divide by 2. 144. Again you divide by 2, 72. Again you divide by 2, you get the answer 36. Again you divide by 2, you get the answer 18. Again by 2, it's 9. Now 9 is not divisible by 2. So what you are going to do, go to 3. You divide by 3, you get the answer 3. And again you divide by 3, the answer is 1. So when you are writing as a product of prime factors, so you multiply all these numbers. Multiply all these numbers, you'll get the answer 576. So 576 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are 2 threes here. 2 threes here. 3 times 3. So how many twos are there, students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 to the power 6 multiplied by how many threes are there? 2. 3 to the power 2. This is the final answer. Okay. And next one, they are asking Roman question number 6. Find the value of root 576. Root 576. Root 576. Okay. To find the root of the students, what you can do here is um, you can see that they have clearly given the answer of 576, which is 2 to the power 6 into 3 to the power 2. Okay, 3 to the power 2. So what you can do here is, we taught this in the first term of our syllabus, square root. Now look carefully how we are going to do this. Okay, so their square root 2 to the power 6 is there. I can break this as 2 to the power 2 into 3. 2 to the power 2 into 3 multiply by 3 to the power 2. I can break this. 2 to the power 2 times 3 multiplied by 3 to the power 2. I have told you, students, square root and the square is like Naya and Mugatia. Okay, Naya and Mugatia, the mangoes and the snake. What they happen? They fight with each other and they cancel. So they fight. This person fights with this person and cancels off the snake and the mongoose, or else Naya Mugatia. Okay, in singular terms. So square and the square root cancels off. The answer is 2 to the power 3. And here square and the square root cancels off and you'll be remaining with 3. So the answer is 2 to the power 3, 8. 8 times 3, the answer is 24. This is the final answer. Okay. Let's go to this question number 3, students. Question number 3. Question number 3. The perimeter of a square is 36 centimeter. The perimeter of a square. The perimeter of a square is 36 centimeters. Okay. Find the length of a side of that square. Since, students, in a square all the 4 sides are equal, A. So if you build up an equation for perimeter in terms of algebraic expressions, perimeter is equal to A plus A plus A plus A. So A plus A plus A plus A is equal to 4A. 4A is equal to 36. So you need to find the length of one side. You divide by 4. The answer of A is equal to 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. Okay, that is done. And next one, Roman number 2. Find the length of a side of equilateral triangle which is equal in the perimeter of the above square. So there's an equilateral triangle, it seems. So in an equilateral triangle also all the 3 sides are equal. And they are addressing that the perimeter of the square is equal to the perimeter of the equilateral triangle. So let's first build up the algebraic expression for the perimeter of the equilateral triangle, which is B plus B plus B, which is 3B. 3B is equal to the perimeter of the square, which is 36. You divide by 3, students. You divide by 3, the answer is B equal 12 centimeters. B equal 12 centimeters. That is also done. Roman number 3. Why the suitable values of 3 sides of an isosceles triangle which is equal in perimeter of the above square. Okay, now they are telling there's an isosceles triangle, it seems, students. Okay, 2 sides are equal, it seems. Okay, if the 2 sides are equal, I'll put that as C and this one as D. I don't know. No. So what they are telling you, input some values so that the perimeter of this isosceles triangle is equal to 36 centimeters. Okay, any person can put different answers and anything can be correct, but make sure this C and this C should be equal. It means if you put 6 for C, This C also should be 6, and the remaining one you can subtract and get the answer of this to put a value for D. For an example, think 6 plus 6 is 12. Now students, from 36 if you subtract 12, you'll get the answer 14. So you can get C is equal to 6, C is equal to 6 and D is equal to 14. Okay. Yeah. No, this is not 14, this is 24. 24. You should add 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 24, you get the answer 36 centimeters. Yeah. So D is equal to 24 and C is equal to 6. Okay. Another student can tell, okay, so can I put 10? Yeah, no problem. You can put 10 here, another 10 here. So 10 plus 10 is 20. So if you put another 16 here, you'll get the same answer, 36 centimeter. But whatever the value you put, make sure this value should be equal. And the other value can become any other number, but it should be equal to 36 centimeters, the summation. Okay, let's go to the next question, Roman number 4. Write a suitable length and breadth of a rectangle which is equal in perimeter of the above square. Same related question, let's try to do this also. They are telling you should find two answers such that the perimeter of the rectangle is equal to perimeter of the rectangle is equal to 36 centimeter, which is the same case. Okay, now in a rectangle, students, if this is A, it is A here. If this is B, it is B here also. Okay. Now think, so what we can make, let's find the algebraic expression for this. A plus B plus B. A plus B plus B is equal to 36. Okay. So A plus A it's 2A. B plus B it's 2B, which is equal to 36. What you can do here is you can divide by 2 all the numbers. So the answer you are getting is A plus B is equal to 18. If you put any two numbers which the summation is equal to 18, you can get the answer. So I'll just put two numbers. A is equal to 6 centimeters and B is equal to 12 centimeters. So that you'll get the answer of 18. So the length of the rectangle can become 6 and the breadth can become 12. So that you will get the answer of 36 as the perimeter of the rectangle. Okay. Right, students, so today we are about to discuss the remaining part of the question. The part B, they have given a figure. Let's draw this first. Okay. And they have given this is equal to this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. And this is also equal to this is also equal to this, and this is also equal to this. Everything is equal, students. In this, all the lengths are equal, and they are asking the perimeter of the figure. Now students, make sure when finding the perimeter, you should add all the outer lengths, not the internal lengths. You are just adding the external outer lengths first. Okay, you are not ever gonna add the internal lengths. So first of all, what you are gonna do, they have given 8 centimeters here. Similarly, if this is 8, they have marked all the side lengths are equal. So this is also 8, this is also 8, this is also 8, this is also 8, as well as this is also 8. This is also 8, but we don't want. Why? Because it's the internal lengths. Okay. Now for an example, think how many 8s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 times 6, if you multiply also, you can get the answer without just adding 8 plus 8 plus 8. It's easy for us because all the lengths are equal. You multiply by 6. So 8 times 6, the answer is 48 centimeters. 48 centimeters. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's do the question number 6. Question number 6. It's an angle lesson, so it's an easy question. I skipped the other two lessons because I have not yet discussed it in the class. So let's do question number 6. Answer the following questions according to the given figure. Okay. So they have given a figure here again. This is an angle related question, students. Okay. This is an angle related question. So they have given some angles y degree, and this is 140 degree, and this is A, this is D, and this is 80 degree, and this is 110 degree, and this is C, and this is B. Okay. So they are asking in the question number 1, find the value of x. Find the value of x. I think in the question they have not given x here. Let's just mark a point x like this here, x. Okay, I just marked a point as x. Okay, how to find this is, now see, x plus 80. X plus 80 is an angle in a straight line. So what you are going to do for the Roman number 1 question, x plus 80 is equal to 180. What is the reason? Angle in a straight line. Angle in a straight line. Straight line. So this, bring this 80 to here, x equal 180 minus 80. The answer is x equal 100 degrees. So we had found at x. Roman number 2, they are asking to find y. Now this is what, this is a quadrilateral. In the quadrilateral theory, students, I have told you the summation of all the exterior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360. That is in the theory part that we discussed in the angles lesson. So this is why this is exterior angle, this is 140, an exterior angle, here 80 degree, it's exterior angle, and this 110, it's exterior angle, is equal to 360. What is the reason? Exterior angles of a quadrilateral. Make sure you write the reasons every time when you are doing the question. Exterior angle of a quadrilateral. This is the reason. Okay. Now let's simplify this. 140 plus 80, if you add these, students, you'll get the answer 220. 220 plus 110 is equal to 360. 220 plus 110, if you add, you'll get the answer 330, which is equal to 360. You bring this to 330 here. Y is equal to 360 minus 330. 360 minus 330, you'll get the answer 30 degrees as the answer. So that is the answer of y. Okay. Roman number 3, they are asking another question. They are asking another question. What is the sum of the interior angles of the figure ABCD? Okay. So see, students, they are asking what is the sum of the interior angles of this figure ABCD. How to find that? Now, students, we had found that y, which is 30 degree. Okay. Y is equal to 30 degree. Since I know this is 30 degree, I am going to put this as 30. I found that x also, x is equal to 100, so I'm going to put 100 here. So here, students, 140 is there. How to find this angle? From 180, if you subtract 140, you'll get the answer 40 degree. Why? The angle in a straight line. This is 110, students. You need to find this angle. To find this angle, what you are going to do? This is also angle in a straight line. From 180, you subtract 110, the answer is 70 degree. So this is 30 degrees, students. If you subtract 180 minus 30, you get the answer 150 degrees. Okay. Now let's add all the 4 interior angles of the quadrilateral. So interior angles of a quadrilateral. Interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 150 plus 40 degree. 100 plus 70 degree. Okay. So let's add 150 plus 40 degree. 150 plus 40, it's 190. 100 plus 70 degree, if you add, it's 170 degree. You add 190 plus 170. 190 plus 170, you'll get the answer as 360 degrees. 360 degrees. That is the answer that you'll get. Okay. Let's go to the Roman number 3. Yeah, this is the Roman number 3. This is the answer, and they're asking the value of ABC. The value of ABC. We have already found the value of ABC. So in the Roman number 4, the answer is ABC angle is equal to 150 degrees. See students, how easy this angle lesson and how easy the question is formed. So make sure when you are going to the exam paper, target angles question, you need just the understanding of the interior angles, the exterior angles, and the angle in a straight line. That's the only theory that you need. You can get a good marks from the exam paper. So make sure to do the angles lesson question. Okay, let's go to the next question. Simple B. They are given a triangle. Let's draw the figure. Let's draw the figure. And this is 90 degree. They are clearly marked here. This is 5x and this is 4x. So they are asking you to find the value of x. A simple question. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. So what you are going to do? Add 5x plus 4x plus 90 degrees equal to 180. What is the reason? Interior angles of a triangle. Interior angles. The notation of angles is this. Angles of a triangle. This is the notation of a triangle. So this is how much, students? 4x and 5x. 4x and 5x, if you add, you'll get 9x. 9x plus 90 is equal to 180. You bring this 90 here. 9x is equal to 180 minus 90. 180 minus 90, the answer is 90. You divide by 9. The final answer here is 10 degree. Finish. That's all. Let's go to the question number 7 also. 7 simply. This is a question which is from the lesson fractions. If you had polished your theories as well as have done your questions related to fractions, the part 1 and part 2 lessons, this is also a very question that you can write in the paper. Okay, so let's do the Roman number 1. 2 1 over 4 multiplied by 5 over 9. So I have told you, I have given you steps in the theory class. When there's a mixed number, make sure you convert this into an improper fraction. So 4 times 2 you multiply by 2, 8. 8 plus 1 you are going to add. 8 plus 1, 9. 9 over 4 multiply by 5 over 9. And then you should check whether if there's anything getting cancelled. You can clearly see this is 9 and this is 9. 9 and 9 cancels. After 9 and 9 cancels, it's 1 and 1. 1 times 5, it's 5. 4 times 1, it's 4. This is the answer. Question number, Roman number 2. 1, 2 over 5 plus 2, 1 over 3. This is a mixed number addition. So what you are going to do? You are going to convert the mixed numbers into improper fraction. 5 times 1, 5. 5 plus 2, 7 over 5. 3 times 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7 over 3. Now what you are going to do, equal the two denominators. Equal the two denominators. You multiply this number by this denominator and this number by this denominator. Let's do this. Multiply by 3 up and down. And again 7 over 3 is there. You multiply by 5. So 7 times 3 the answer is 21. 5 times 3 the answer is 15. 7 times 5 the answer is 35. 5 times 3 the answer is 15. 35 plus 21, if you add, students, you'll get the answer 56 over 15. This is the answer. Okay, 35 plus 21, if you add, you'll get the answer 56 over 15. Okay, that is also done. Let's go to the Roman number 3. Roman number 3. Find the value of 5 over 8. 5 over 8 divide by 1 1 over 2. Now this is also a division question related to fractions. They have given you a mixed number. The mixed number should be converted into an improper fraction. 2 multiplied by 1, 2. 2 plus 1, the answer is 3. 5 over 8, 3 over 2. Now this is a division sign. We can't simplify when there's a division sign, students. What you are supposed to do now here is, the division should be reciprocal. The division should be reciprocal. So what is happening? 5 over 8, when we are reciprocaling this, the division sign becomes multiplication. 2 over 3. So here 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 8. So 5 times 1 is 5, 4 times 3, the answer is 12. That is the answer. Let's go to question number B now. Question number B. A father gave 3 over 5 3/5 of his land, to his son. The remainder was given to his daughter. What is the fraction that daughter has? Okay. Now students, this is a fraction related sentence type question. This is a fraction related sentence type question. Now they are telling there was a father, it seems, father. Okay, father. Father, what did he do? He gave 3/5 of this land to his son. This is the son. And the remaining to the daughter. So they are asking what is the percentage, what is the fraction of land that was received by the daughter. It's a simple question, students. What you are going to do, first 3/5 is given to students of the 3/5 of his land. No, it is given to his son. Portion for son is equal to 3/5. That's all. Okay, 3/5. So they are asking the remainder was given. If 3/5 is given, students, to find the remaining land given to daughter, what you are going to do? Subtract 1 by 3/5. Why it is 1? Because students, this is 3/5 of his land. No? Normally in a fraction, the highest number we consider as 1. So this land, the highest number which is considered as 1. So make sure portion for daughter, when you are finding the portion for the daughter, you are going to subtract 1 by 3/5. 1 by 3/5. So you equal the two denominators. When you equal the denominators, you can get 5/5 minus 3/5. If you subtract 5 minus 3, the answer is 2/5. It's a very easy question. Okay. So make sure you do the fraction lesson also. Fraction and angle is a very easy. Theories are there, so you can get good marks. Okay. So make sure you study everything thoroughly and go to the exam. Okay. Make sure you do this paper once and then look at my paper discussion. After looking at the discussion, students, again do the paper. Okay. After doing the paper, again look at my discussion. You should look at my discussion 2 times before going to the exam, because this will polish your theories related to fractions, angles, and entire lesson related to the second term. Okay. So make sure you thoroughly learn these theories and do the paper. Okay, once and again I'm telling you, first of all you should do the paper, look at my discussion. Okay, after that you do the paper alone and look at my discussion again. I can guarantee you a good marks if you look at this discussion 2 times and do the question paper 2 times. Okay.